All right, guys, what's going on? This is Coach Bronson, and we're going to talk about squatting today. We're going to talk about body position as far as your torso and how it relates to your knees. A lot of times when people squat, they feel like they're leaning forward. They feel a lot of pressure in their quads and their knees. Squatting is not really intended to be a quad exercise. You can make it a quad exercise if you have specific goals that are bodybuilding, or you're working on specific things that you need to build your quad muscles. But as a functional movement, squatting is more about hip and about utilizing your hips and focusing on your glutes and your hamstrings. Okay, so what that means is we want to be able to push through our hips. So when we're squatting, if I'm over here like this when I'm squatting, and my knees are back here a little ways, and I'm pushing, and I feel like maybe I'm going into my toes. If I'm leaning in that forward position, then most of that pressure is happening here and not back here. What we want to be able to do is sit back, okay, so that our body is more falling backwards, okay? You should almost feel like you're about to fall over if you're doing it right. The weight is in your heels primarily, and you feel like you're using your butt and your hamstrings for the most part. Okay, you're going to use some quads. That's okay. We don't want to focus on the quads. Okay, we want to focus back here. Now, one of the common things that we talk about, and this has been asked recently, it's been asked numerous times, it's something I deal with often as a coach, is how can I get my chest more upright when I'm squatting? Especially if I have weight on my back. If you have weight on your back and you're squatting like this, you're going to have a lot of problems. Lower back pain, a lot of problems getting heavier on your squats because you're limited, because the angle of your body, it's hard to go vertical when your body is horizontal. Okay? So what we want to look at is it's really not a body or hip thing. What it is it's the ability of your ankle on the back side to stretch forward. So ankle mobility in this position coming forward is what we're looking for. Knees coming forward across the toes, over top of the toes, okay? That's what we're looking for. The more you can do that while still maintaining pressure in your heels, because I don't want to come forward with my knees and then have all my weight come off my heel and now I'm pushing through my toes. That's not what we're looking for. We want to be able to get our knee forward, but still maintain pressure, okay, in the back. I can still wiggle my toes while I'm doing this because I'm not pushing through my toes while I'm letting my knee come forward. And here's what happens. When you get that, when you can work on that mobility and you get that stretch in your ankles, then when you squat, you can keep your body vertical. Okay? So I'm more vertical. Watch what happens if I push my knees back. When I don't have that flexibility, it automatically makes the body lean forward, so you're more horizontal. If you let your knees come forward, then you can drop your butt, and it's easier to get in an upright, supported position, okay? So what are some things that you can do, okay, to improve your ankle mobility and make squatting easier? One is, if you get something, let's go over here. We're gonna move this. We're gonna look at the wall, okay? My wall over here. Let's move this over here this way. Move this down. All right, see if that works. Okay, so what we're gonna do, come away a little bit, all right, is you're gonna start by just find a wall, something you can put your foot on. Start with your foot up against the wall, all right? Then you're going to go, can I put my knee on the wall with my toe on the wall without lifting off my heel? If you can do that, great. Come back about a half an inch. Can you do it again? Okay, come back. You want to find how far can I come away from the wall with your toe before you lean in, and that's about it for me. My heel's starting to come off the floor. So what you want to do from here now, you find that position where you feel like your heel's coming off, you're pushing more through your toes, then you just push in through your heel. Put all that weight into your heel and then try to push forward, push forward, push forward. Try not to come off your heel, and then relax, right? Do it again. Heel, 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 push forward, touch the wall, relax, okay? Do that 10, 15, 20 times, both legs. Do that every day, 10, 15, 20 times, both legs. That's a great exercise that you can work on to help loosen up your calves, loosen up your ankles, and get that mobility in, okay? That's one thing you can do. Another thing you can do is really simple, guys. Hamstring stretches, okay? Let's go back over here. Okay, you can do seated hamstring stretches. You can do standing hamstring stretches, right? Try to keep your back flat and just stretch through the back of your hamstring here. Increase that range of motion. You can put your foot up, okay? Point your toe to you, pull it in towards you. Extend your hips, right? Lean in, okay? Lean in. If I'm pushing my hips back here, right? It's all hips. I'm not really doing a lot with my chest other than adding to the stretch. Okay? If I do this, if I don't do anything on my hips and I lean forward, I'm not getting any stretch because my lower back is doing the work, right? I need to big chest, keep your back flat, roll your hips back. That's where the hamstring gets engaged. You can feel that stretch in the back of the leg. Okay? There's a bunch of other things you can do. These are two of the biggest things, guys, that you can do to help work on getting your knees forward. Stretch your hamstrings, get that ankle mobility in, and then when you squat, okay, you can still keep your weight back here, but because your knees are coming forward, you're able to get down a position where you're not horizontal and really trying to struggle pushing weight up, okay? If you have any questions about that, as always, please ask. We'll do whatever I can to help you out.